Assalamualaikum. Welcome back to my tutorial in high school chemistry. This episode is a prelude to the previous uploads on molarity and molality. We shall look at other simple ways of expressing concentrations of solutions. And these are called percentage concentrations by mass to mass ratio, volume to volume ratio, and the mass to volume ratios of the solute to solvent or solution. You will see that this method is much easier compared to molarity or molality. So just hang on, watch and learn. Our questions are: number one, calculate the percentage concentration in the following solutions. Letter A, 2 grams sucrose in 80 grams water. Letter B, 10 ml ethanol in 50 ml solution. Letter C, 60 grams of sodium chloride in 600 ml solution. And question number 2, how many grams of glucose are needed to prepare 400 ml of a 5% glucose solution? When you are preparing calamansi juice, you probably use 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, or one small sachet of sugar, okay, depending on your taste or preference. Now, the amount of solute or sugar in the calamansi juice with water, of course, all right, which is considered the solvent or the solution, is referred to as concentrations. We also use the term um, dilute, all right, when the amount of solute is less, as in our example. Vinegar is a dilute acetic acid. And the word concentrated when the amount of solute is more. All right? So, example of this is there are some bottled fruit juices that are considered concentrated. Using the words dilute and concentrated, okay, are actually descriptive words only. They do not represent exact measurements of the concentration of a solution. In this episode, we emphasize three ways of expressing the concentration of a solution more quantitatively, depending on the solute to solvent or solute to solution ratio, such as um, percentage by mass to mass, all right? Percentage by volume to volume, and percentage by mass to volume ratio. Okay? For example, when you dissolve 5 grams sodium chloride in 75 gram water, that's equivalent to 6.25% mass to mass sugar solution. How we got 6.25%? Well, you'll find it out in just a short while. An example of volume to volume percent solution is when you add enough water to 5 milliliters of ethanol to produce 100 milliliter of the solution. Take note, this 100 ml solution is already considered the combined volume of the solute ethanol, all right, which is 5 ml, and the solvent water. And in preparing this 100 ml solution, we just don't mix 5 ml of ethanol with 95 ml of water. That's not the right way to do it. What is correct is for you to prepare 5 milliliters of ethanol, say for example, in a beaker or graduated cylinder, then slowly pour in the water just enough until the 100 milliliter mark of the cylinder is reached. All right? Now, an example of percent by mass to volume concentration is when you dissolve 10 grams of sugar in 100 ml solution. So just like in example 2, you also slowly add water to a graduated cylinder containing the 10-gram sugar. All right? Stop pouring water in when the 100 milliliter calibration is already reached. So, this is now 10% by mass of solute to volume of the solution. Moving on to our answers to the given questions, starting with question number 1, letter A. Calculate the percentage concentration in 2 grams sucrose dissolved in 80 grams water. So, we are given the mass of the solute, all right, and the mass of the solvent. 2 grams of uh, sucrose, or that is actually table sugar, all right, and then 80 grams of water. So, those are the given data. We add them, all right, and get 82 grams. All right, 82 grams is the total mass of the solution. Right? So we now compute for the percent by mass to mass. All right, and that is just simply dividing um, the mass of the solute, okay, by the mass of the solution, and then multiply by 100%. So 2 grams divided by 82 grams, all right, the quotient will be multiplied by 100%. So we get the percent by mass to mass concentration of this solution equal to 2%. All right? So this is our answer to question number 1A. This represents the percentage concentration in 2 grams sucrose dissolved in 80 grams of water. For question 1B, calculate the percentage concentration in 10 milliliter ethanol dissolved in 50 milliliter of the solution. All right. So we're given the volume of the solute equal to 10 milliliters and the volume of the solution 50 milliliters. All right. Again, in this solution, it's understood that water is the solvent, ethanol is the solute. All right. And we're asked to find the percentage concentration volume to volume. So we simply divide the volume of the solute, which is 10 milliliter, by the volume of the solution, 50 ml, and then their quotient will be multiplied by 100%. So we will get the percent volume to volume equal to 20%, which is the answer to question letter B, or it represents the percentage concentration, all right, in 10 ml ethanol, all right, in a 50 milliliter solution. So for question 1C, calculate the percentage concentration in 60 grams of sodium chloride dissolved in 600 milliliter solution, right? So just like in the previous example, the solvent here is understood to be water. So we are given the mass of the solute, 60 grams, and the volume of the solution, 600 milliliters. And our task is to calculate for the percentage mass to volume concentration. So we just divide the mass of the solute, which is 60 grams, by the volume of the solution, 600 milliliters, and their quotient to be multiplied by 100%. So we get the answer equal to 10%, all right, which represents the percentage concentration in 60 gram of sodium chloride, all right, dissolved in 600 milliliter of the solution. Lastly, in question number 2, how many grams of glucose are needed to prepare 400 milliliters of a 5% glucose solution? All right. So again, in this solution, water is also understood to be the solvent. All right. So we are already given the percent or percentage concentration mass to volume, which is 5%, as well as the volume of the solution, 400 milliliter. And our target variable is to find the mass of solute. All right. The mass of the solute, which we can determine simply by multiplying uh, the percent or percentage concentration already changed to its decimal equivalent. That is, 5% is the same as 0.05. Multiply that by the volume of the solution, which is 400 milliliters. So doing our math, we will get the answer 20 grams. All right? That is the mass of the solute needed, um, actually the mass of the glucose that you need to prepare 400 milliliters of a 5% glucose solution. So that concludes our tutorial. Till the next episode, mabuhay, alhamdulillah, inshallah. Thank you very much for watching. Please follow me in my FB page, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.